Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you're joining us from because those that are in Australia, this is actually their morning. Thank you for joining us. We are going to start very soon, but we are waiting for us to join us so that we can start. Waiting for us to join us so that we can start. We just have few minutes into the program, but before we wait while we are waiting for others to join us, I want us to do a quick introduction and then start the program. So the session is recorded. They can always get the recording. Thanks once again for joining us. I really appreciate your presence. Okay, this section is actually for cyber security guys. Okay, those that are interested in cyber security, those that want to know more about cyber security or want to know, maybe you have heard about cyber security somewhere. You feel like, okay, I don't know what this cyber security is all about, but today I want to know what cyber security is all about. So I am here because I want to learn. Before we dive into the cyber security space of the program, start talking about how you can be safe out there because of the hackers. Let them introduce our brand. Let's talk about Amdoranalytics. I don't know how you heard about us. I don't know if you know what we are into. I know a lot of people reached out to me asking me some questions like, okay, what is Amdoranalytics all about? What are the services that you guys offer? I don't know if you're that kind of person that you are here and you want to know more about us and what we do. So this session is actually for you. Okay, so now my name is Chinyere and I will be your host for today's section. I am not your facilitator, okay? So I'm not the trainer, so I'm just your host. And I'll be introducing you to Amda Analytics. Let's talk about Amda Analytics and then talk about you, Axel, yourself. Okay, before we dive into Amdoranalytics, I don't know if you don't mind. Do you want to tell us where you are joining us from so that we can welcome you? Want to know where our participants are joining us from, if you don't mind. So we have just few minutes to do that, or few seconds. You can use the chat or you can unmute yourself. Tell us your name and where you're joining us from. So let's take you. Hello. I have people here, so tell us where you are joining us from, your name, and where you're joining us from so that we can welcome you. This is what we actually do every time because we want to know the areas that our facility, our participants are coming from. So if you don't mind, tell us where you're joining us from so that we can, welcome you in a special way. And of course, if today is your first time joining Amdoranalytics Masterclass, we are saying welcome. Can you guys hear me? I want to believe that I'm not mute. I'm not muted. You can hear me.
Yes, you're audible. We can hear you.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay. All right. Chukuma from Imo State. Okay, thank you very much for joining us from Imo State, Chukuma. Okay, we are going to proceed into the program, right? Now, let's talk about Amdoranalytics. I want to believe that almost everybody here, we are all interested in knowing more about cybersecurity. Maybe you have interest in becoming a cybersecurity specialist. You want to know the areas that might interest you. At the end of everything, you want to jump into tech because you want to know about this particular, you want to dive into about this tech specs, right? So let's talk about Amdoranalytics. Amdoranalytics is an edtech company, the educational technology company. Yes, we are the company committed to empowering individuals to become global talents through our comprehensive and accessible training programs. We want to make you become a global talent, right? We are here to equip you, help you become that, help you lead you through that career part of yours that you want to, dive in. And a lot of people want to dive into tech space, but they actually don't know the particular or the specific career that they want to dive into. So what we do here at Amdoranalytics is to help you transition into tech seamlessly. Okay. So now our mission is very simple. Our mission is to bridge the skill gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills, enabling them to make informed decision, drive innovation, and create positive change in the tech-driven world, particularly across the African continent. So with track record of success, we have trained over 6,000 participants, not just training them, help them to transition into tech. People with no tech background, we have helped them to transition into tech. We have given scholarship to a lot of people here in Nigeria. Undergraduate, we gave them undergraduate Nigerians, we gave them 1,000 undergraduate Nigerians, we gave them scholarship. And last year as well, we gave scholarship to some of the students from one of the biggest university in Nigeria, Federal University of Ekiti, and all lot that we have been done in the community to help the community by equipping individuals, right? We specialize in training individuals in the field of data analytics, data science, cyber security, HR analytics, data engineering, business analytics, and of course, graphic design. And of course, our tutors are just experts, people from the high profile that will be here teaching you, guiding you through. Okay, so if you're here last week, Saturday, you saw what our trainer did last week, Saturday, of course, my person. All right, so let's talk about our facilitator who will be guiding us through today. And who he is Tosi Omole. Tosi is a very profile guy. So as you can see, everything about him. So he is someone who has been in the cyber security space for years now, doing an amazing job. Okay, let's talk about Tosi. Tosi is a seasoned cybersecurity instructor and trainer with a strong passion for empowering individuals in the field. Hear this word, strong passion for empowering individuals in the field of cybersecurity. Now, it simply means that if you don't have any cybersecurity background, if you don't have anything about cybersecurity, and your cybersecurity is the area that interests you, this is the area that you feel like, okay, I want to dive in. You are here and you want to dive into cybersecurity, that simply means that you are in the right path because Tosi will help you, guide you through to ensure that you excel in the field of cybersecurity. And as an ISC2 certified professionals with over 5 years of industry experience, he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise during complex concepts into accessible insights with proven track record of training over 1,000 beginners to become cybersecurity experts. Now, you know what it takes that you are diving into the space of tech and you don't have any background at all, and you have somebody that will hold your hand, show you how you can do this. Okay, this is who Tosi X. He is here to assist you. He has done it for a lot of people out there. You can see over 1,000 people that he has trained to become a cybersecurity expert. Now he's dedicated to sharing his expertise and providing valuable insight that will enhance your understanding of cybersecurity concepts and practice. Okay, so we are going to welcome Tosi to take over because he is the one that is in charge of today's training. Tosi, are you there?
Oh, yes, I'm with you.
Okay, so welcome and nice to have you here again. Okay, you can just take over. I have to stop sharing.
All right. So thank you very much. Good day, everyone. And I'm welcoming you to this masterclass in cybersecurity. And before we proceed, just like our host has said, going to be a fascinating experience for you. You are going to really, really enjoy your time in this class. And I believe other people will still be joining us as we proceed with this class. All right, so first thing I'm going to say to you before I begin to share my screen and we dive into the master class is see yourself as someone that can do it. I mean, see yourself as someone that can do it. Now, why this topic we are going to be dealing with today seems to be general, we also have to see to it that at a point we are going to niche it down because there are certain knowledge in cybersecurity that the general cannot understand until you dive into the field. So the whole essence of this masterclass is to introduce you to what cybersecurity really is and what are the ways, I mean, like our topic says, cybersecurity for everyone, how hackers think and how you can stay safe. So the whole essence of the masterclass is to make you see things in the perspective of an hacker. Now, take note of this. When we talk about hacker, I'm going to explain there are different types of hacker. We are going to explain how and who they are. But I want you to see to it that hacking is not totally bad. So there is a part of it that is good, which is the part where you, if you want to dive into cybersecurity, will be needed. But there is a part of it that can not just steal our data, not just compromise our system, but can also put an end to our lives. So I want to introduce this class to you by saying cybersecurity is not the security of data and system alone. It is the security of life. It is not the security of data and systems alone, it is the security of life. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen and we go right into the class that we are going to be doing today. So please, I need an affirmation from us when you can see my screen. Kindly let me know when you can see my screen. Okay, yeah, it's coming up. The presentation is coming up. I get the notification now that the presentation is coming up. So while the presentation is coming up, I've been introduced by the host. Once again, my name is Omali Oluwatosin, and I'll be your facilitator for this master class. All right. So I believe everyone can see my screen now.
Yes.
All right. Host, sorry, please. You have turned off our slide. You turned off everybody's video, so it's going to affect the slide that we are sharing.
I'm sorry about that. Done.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, the screen is coming up back. It was actually mistakenly taken off. So I'm already sharing it again. All right. So moving forward, so as an introduction to the class, what exactly is cyber security? What exactly is cyber security? Like I said earlier, now professionally, we are going to say cyber security is the um, protection of data, system, network, and every digital infrastructure. I'll come again. Cyber security is the protection of data, system, network, and other digital infrastructure. Now, that is the professional, definition for cybersecurity. But when we go deep into it, cybersecurity is beyond protecting server, protecting systems, protecting computers, protecting data, or whatever digital asset you have. Cybersecurity goes deeper than that, and it also includes protecting lives. So I'm going to give you an illustration very quickly, a typical example of what happened in Japan. All right, so in the year 2023 in Japan, a certain event happened. There is, all these digital train that are newly innovated now, a digital train. So it was heading to a particular location, and one way or the other, attackers were able to jam the network because it's a digital train. It's a digital vehicle. So attackers were able to access the system that actually controls it. And because they were able to access the system, they were able to hack into the system, they were able to redirect that train. Now, the fact that that train has been redirected, of course, there was no life that was lost because it was quickly redirected back. However, it could have gone sour because the moment that train was redirected, an accident could have happened. Those people could have been kidnapped. I mean, the passengers in the train. So I'm trying to show to you that when digital or systems are not well secured, it will not just lead to loss of data, it can also lead to loss of life. Many people have committed suicide because people hacked into their account and stole their money. Many people have committed suicide because someone hacked into their system and leaked their nude pictures. Those are the ways cybersecurity come into into play when it in terms of security of life. However, as cybersecurity has to do with securing data, systems, server, and all other things, including lives, we must also look at it this way that cybersecurity is for everyone, but it will not be practiced by everyone. Let me take that again. Cybersecurity is for everyone, but it will not be practiced by everyone. And the reason why that is because, all of us are to be security conscious. All of us are to secure our homes, but not all of us are going to be police officers. Not all of us are going to be in the military. So it means that as cybersecurity has to do with what everybody should be concerned about, we should also take note that there are people that will be dedicated to the security of data and systems. And those are who we call cybersecurity professionals, which I believe that in the next few months, we are going to have among us here that will be called by that name. So cybersecurity for everyone, how hackers think and how you can stay safe. So two things you are going to learn in this class: how hackers think, because to catch a thief, you have to think like a thief. So you must know their thought process. You must know how they think. You must know what is running through their mind so that you'll be able to devise the right defense mechanism. Because a system you don't understand, you cannot defend it and you cannot protect it. You must understand the system, understand your attacker. You must know your enemies. If you don't know your enemy, you don't know the strategy of your enemy, you will not be able to defend against their attack. All right. So having said that, let's move forward. Why cybersecurity matters? Why cybersecurity matters? Number one reason why cybersecurity matters is because cyber attack affect everyone. So don't see cybersecurity just as a career. See it as a way of life. Don't see it as something that a set of people should only know about. See it as something that every one of us should know about. And the reason why it is like that is because all of us have something to do with the internet. Every one of us, one way or the other, we have a business on the internet. So cyber attacks do not just target people who are techies or who are technically, tech savvy. It doesn't just target people who are technical professionals. No, it targets everyone. So let me give you a typical example. For people that are in Nigeria, I know every one of us, one time or the other, must have received a message like, congratulations, you have received 50,000 naira from the Tinubu so foundation. Call Mr. Richard to claim yours, or click this link to claim yours. How many of us have received that kind of message? I want a response from us. Or they tell you Davido is distributing 2,000 naira. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Yes, any other person? Any other person that has received that kind of message? They tell you somebody is distributing money. Thank you, host. Thank you, our host. Yes, do we have any other person? I want the participant to also respond. I want an interactive class, please. Okay. Any other person that have received that kind of message, a message that tells you that you have won, or they tell you have won a visa lottery. They tell you have won something you did not apply for, something you don't even know anything about. They just tell you have won, and they tell you to click a link or call somebody. Okay, thank you, Chooks. All right. So now the reason why I made that example is to bring out the point that cyber attacks do not target people who are tech savvy alone. Because if I'm going to ask those of us that signify that we have experienced that kind of thing, many of us we were even novice when we received that kind of message. Many of us don't even have anything to do with cybersecurity. Many of us don't even know anything about cybersecurity, yet we receive that kind of message. So it tells you that attackers don't care who you are. They just want to attack. Just like armed robbers don't care if you are a banker or not. They just want to steal your money. They don't care if you're a police officer. They just want to steal your money. That is the same way it happens on the digital space. So cyber attacks doesn't affect techies alone. It affects everyone. And this is one of the reasons why cybersecurity should be everybody's business. All right. So real examples of cyber attack include identity theft. Now, another example of attacks that fall in this category is many of us must have witnessed this or experienced this, that somebody just hack into your Facebook account or your WhatsApp account. How many of us have experienced that too? Your Facebook account, you just discovered that you're just seeing a name like Jennifer. Oh, sorry, we have a Jennifer here. Sorry for using your name. You just have a name like Mildred Gate, Mildred Alexi, a name that is not you are not really familiar with, a name you don't know about. Somebody has stolen the person that hacked into that account stole your account and stole another person's identity. So they don't care who you are. They don't care your profession. They don't care about what you are doing. All they care about is they want to steal something. They want to do something. So attackers don't care what your profession is. And this is why you don't just leave your cybersecurity, or you don't leave cybersecurity into the hands of people who are professionals. So identity theft. Another thing is bank fraud. When attackers want to siphon money from your account, they won't ask if you're a cyber expert. They won't ask if you're a data analysis expert. They won't ask if you're a project manager. All they want to do is, do you have what they want to steal? Then they go ahead and steal it. So this is another reason why cybersecurity matters. Another one is email. Now, I'm giving you real examples of things that we can relate with, because I believe that if we open, all of us now, if we open our emails, one way or the other, you will see certain emails in your spam. Certain emails. Let me see if I can quickly access one so that you can see what I am talking about. I believe I can actually access one. All right, so I'll be sharing another part of my screen so that you see what I am talking about. Okay. So I will open my screen now and show you an example of what I am seeing. Okay. All right, so the slide is coming up. You're going to have access to it now. So now, while the slide is coming up, what I am trying to explain to you is that I want you to see cybersecurity beyond career. I want you to see it beyond profession. I want you to see cybersecurity as a way of life. As long as you have any business on the internet, you have anything to do with data, you can be attacked. So one of the mistakes many people make is that they believe that they don't have what attackers can steal. But that's a lie. They can jam your phone, they can jam your call, they can hack into your video calls, they can do a whole lot of things as long as it has to do with the internet. And don't forget, cyber security is from the word cyber and security. That is digital security. So as long as you are using anything that is digital, you can be attacked. Now look at the email that you have on your screen. I want to believe everybody can see it. Now this is an example of what I am saying. So now look at this email. Look at this particular email. You have info@ayusaga.com. info@ayusaga.com. Now look at the content. They are saying, having trouble seeing the below email, click here to view it in your browser. That is none of our business. What we want to look at is, own a beachfront property in Dubai. 6 Senses residence, Dubai Marina. Just giving us a lot of descriptions and all of that. Now, at the end of the day, okay, what are the amenities and services? We have the amenities and services that are here. Then when you look at the content of the mail, when you look at the content of this mail and you look at the email address, is there any correlation? I want somebody to respond. You are look at the content of this email and look at the email address. This is the email address, info@ayushaga.com. Is there any correlation? Yes, you can speak, please. You can speak.
There's no correlation.
There is no correlation. Thank you very much. All right, now, because there is no correlation, now we are going to get there. But I quickly showed you that to tell you that attackers don't care. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about who you are. They just want to attack. Now, this kind of email now, this is a phishing email. This is what we call phishing email. And it is sent en masse. It is sent out to many people. So all they need me to do is to come here and click this button, inquire now. As long as I click this button, I might be in trouble. I'm not going to click it. When we get there, I will return to this email to explain what I want to explain. So what I have just shown you is that attackers don't mind who you are. All they care about is if you have what they want to steal, they are attacking you right away. So this is why you must be cyber conscious. You must be cyber aware. Either you want to learn cyber security or not. While I will advise you to learn cyber security, we will get there, but I'm telling you that either you decide to learn it or not, be cyber aware. This platform we are currently using, if it is attacked, we will not be able to reach ourselves. That is another reason why cyber security matters. All right, thank you. So let's proceed with our class. So now the internet. All right, I'm sharing another slide so that we can continue with the class. Okay. All right, so while the slide is coming up, so the internet is a shared space, and on that shared space, your safety matters. I'll take that again. The internet is a shared space, and that shared space, your safety matters. What does that mean? It means that the word internet is from the word international network. International network. Network is a collection or interconnection of different devices that share data, that communicate to share data. They communicate to share data. All right. So if internet is now international network, so it means a network that is international. So it means that we are talking about series of computers, series of devices connecting all over the world. That is what gives us internet. Now, if series of devices are connecting all over the world, that tells you that that network is a very big one. And because it is very big and robust, it's a public network. And every public network is unsafe. Now, if the internet is a public network and you must, you know, internet is an unavoidable devil. You have to use it. You don't have a choice. Now, if you don't have a choice, how do you stay safe while you are while you are using that internet, that robust, unsafe space? So staying safe on an unsafe space is the goal of our class today. So the internet is a shared space. You have various people, attackers are there, professionals are there, thieves are there, police are there, a whole lot. Every profession, you find them on the internet. Antivirus is on the internet, virus is on the internet, malware is on the internet, anti-malware is on the internet. So everything you want to find on this earth is on the internet. Now, in this kind of space, that is just like having a boat that contains a snake, contains a lion, contains a snake, contains a series of dangerous animal. And you also have gun, you also have things that you can use to defend yourself. So it means that you must focus on yourself. While you are in that kind of room, you must focus on yourself, protecting yourself. So that is what the internet looks like. So it's a shared space. Everybody is there, but your safety on that space really, really matters. All right. So who are hackers? Because our topic today is about knowing about how hackers think. Who are hackers? Hackers are people who explore systems. That is the simple definition of hacker. Hackers are people who explore systems. Some of them explore it for good, some of them for bad. So I'm going to show you the three types, the major ones that we have. The first one is the white hat hacker. The white hat hacker. Another name for them is ethical hacker. Another name for them is pen tester. Ethical hackers or pen tester. Now, white hat hackers are people that are employed. Take note of that. They are employed to look for vulnerabilities. Another name for vulnerabilities, because of those of us that are not familiar with that term, is loophole or weakness. So they are people that are employed to look for weaknesses or vulnerabilities in a system and write a recommendation on how to patch that weakness. Those are white hat hackers. So the primary thing that a white hat hacker will do is to find loopholes before the attacker will find it. To find loopholes before the people that will exploit it will find it. So one thing spectacular about white hat hackers is they find loopholes, but they don't exploit it. So they don't take advantage of weaknesses in the system. But we have the other guys. They are called gray hat, the gray hat hackers. Now, the gray hat hackers are somewhere in between the good and the bad. So the white hat hackers are the good guys. All right. Now, if the white hat hackers are the good guys, then we have the black hat hackers that are the bad guys. We have the black hat hackers that are the bad guys. And these ones, They are the ones we are talking about today. They are and they are the most popular. They look for weaknesses in a system and they exploit the weakness. So let me give you an illustration, a very good one. You have a house, and in that house you are storing gold there. You store gold in that house, but that house has a door without a lock. That house has a door without a lock. Now, when you tell somebody to help you to go and check if you remember to lock the door, stay with me now. You have the house. The house has a door. Let's even assume the house has a lock. The door has a lock, but you are traveling and you forgot to lock the door. But I mean, along the line while you are traveling, you cannot even remember if you locked it or not, and you needed to be sure. So you sent somebody, maybe your younger brother or your younger sister, you sent him or her to go home. You tell her, go home and check if I locked the door. And if you lock the door, that your younger sister will tell you that you have locked the door. And if you did not lock the door, the younger sister will tell you you did not lock it. So the next thing is, how do we lock it? Now, that illustration I just gave you, that your younger brother is the white hat hacker, because you sent him to go and check if you locked the door. And if he finds out that you did not lock the door, then you are going to look for how to get the door locked. And now take note that your younger brother will not go into that house and steal your gold. So that is one thing about white hat hackers. They don't exploit vulnerabilities. They don't steal. They won't take advantage of your weakness, of the weakness in your system. But you see these other guys, these black hat hackers, they are the criminal hackers. So it's just like the illustration I just gave you now. You forgot to lock the door, and along the line, somebody came into that compound and checked that door. You did not send the person. The person was just looking for what to steal, and he checked your door and he saw that your door is not opened. I mean, your door is not locked. So he tried to open it. You know that such person will enter into that house and steal your gold. That is a black hat hacker. They look for vulnerabilities in a system and they exploit it. They exploit it. So the third category are the gray hat hackers. So the gray hat, they are somewhere in between the white hat and the black hat. And this is what they do. They are not commissioned, or they are not employed, or they are not sent to look for vulnerability. They do it on their own. But when they find vulnerabilities, they don't exploit it. They write a report about it. Get it right now. They don't exploit the vulnerability. Don't forget, I told you vulnerability is weakness. So they don't exploit the vulnerability. They do it on their own, find the vulnerability, then write a report. So the major difference between them and the white hat hacker is that the white hat hackers are employed or commissioned to do it, while the gray hat are not. They are not sent. Nobody sent them. So it's just like the illustration I gave you the other time. You traveled, you forgot to lock your door on your way. Then one of your neighbors you're just going around and he checked your door and he saw that the door is unlocked. He took his phone and called you. That person is a gray hat hacker. You did not send the person to check your door, but he was just on his own, just going around, and he checked and he saw that it was open, but he did not go in to steal your gold. So the difference between the three is the white hat, they are the professionals. They are the cybersecurity experts, the ethical hackers. The black hat, they are the thieves. They are the bad guys. While the gray hat, they are just in between. They are not sent, nobody sent them, but they do it. Some of them just do it for the passion, and some of them do it for money too, because there's what we call bug hunting. There's what we call bug hunting. So these three categories of hacker, I don't want you to forget them. Either you are going into the profession or not, remember them. So the guys you are avoiding, or you are trying to protect yourself against, they are the black hat hackers. While the white hat hackers are the ones that are specialized in helping you prevent the operations of the criminal hackers. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to now, how does an hacker think? How hackers think. So now here, I want you to pay attention because it will help you in a whole lot of things. Number one way an hacker thinks. Now, when we are talking about hacker in this class, I want you to take note that we are talking about the black hat hacker. Don't forget, we are talking about these guys, criminal hackers, because they are the bad guys. All right. But one thing I want you to take note of before we move on is that either it's a black hat hacker or a white hat hacker or a gray hat hacker, they have the same level of skills. Stay with me. Either it is black, either it is white, either it is gray. They have the same level of skill. The only difference between them is ethic. One is working based on ethic, while the other is just working for, for his pocket or for his passion or for what he believes in. So when you meet a black hat hacker and you meet a white hat hacker, most times they have the same level of skill. So if I'm as an ethical hacker now, I know how to hack. What a black hat hacker can do, how a black hat hacker can hack into your system, I can do it too. What a black hat hacker will do with your password using certain tools that we are going to mention some of them in this class, how you can hack into your system, hack into your password, I can do it too. The reason why I will not use it against anybody is because I am following ethic as a professional. So you must know that. This is why we always ensure that before we introduce people to the technical part of cybersecurity, the first thing we teach them is ethic. Because if we don't teach them ethic, they will misuse that skill. You know, I have trained a whole lot of people. I was training a class one day, and I trained them on how to, hack into email and all of that. And you could imagine that the evening of that day, one of my students tried to hack into my email. So now, when I saw that, I saw the notification, and I just reached out to, I reached out to the guy. I said, "Why? I saw a feedback from you. Why are you trying to hack into my system, into my email?" He said, "I want to try what you taught us." I said, "Now that was not what I taught you. What I taught you is ethic. You must remember ethics." So I want you to pay attention to this. Many people come into the field of cybersecurity with the mindset, I want to be an hacker. I want to hack my boyfriend's phone. I want to hack my girlfriend. That is a wrong mentality. You are not learning cybersecurity to do all of that. You are learning that skill so that you can prevent what the black guys, the dark guys, the bad guys, what they will do. So you must have that at the back of your mind. So how does an hacker think? Number one, hackers are not magical. They are not using magic. They are not using juju. No, hackers look for weaknesses. Hackers look for weaknesses. You must have that at the back of your mind. So it means that a system that doesn't have any weakness, and the professional term for weakness is vulnerability. Vulnerability. A system that doesn't have any vulnerability cannot be hacked. That's the sincere truth. So it means that when you see hackers hacking into a system, it's because they have discovered a vulnerability. And that was why I told you earlier that every white hat hacker or ethical hacker, their primary assignment is to look for that vulnerability that can be exploited. So it means that if I'm able as an ethical hacker now, if I'm able to look for all the vulnerabilities on our system and I block them, it means that a black hat hacker cannot attack our system. That is not the basis, that's the logic. So hackers, what they do, in fact, the primary thing they do is that they look for weaknesses. There are a lot of tools that they can use for that. We will get there. So they look for weaknesses in systems and in people. Pay attention to that word, in systems and in people. Now you will see why we mention people here. You will see why we mention people as we move on. All right, so hackers look for weaknesses in systems and in people. That is the first way they think. Then the second thing is they ask, what can I exploit? That's number one question. After they have found the vulnerability, what can I exploit is the vulnerability. They are looking for what to take advantage of. So the moment there is nothing to take advantage of, the moment there is nothing to exploit, an attacker doesn't have anything to do. So most of their time, what they use it for is to look for what to exploit, to look for vulnerability, to look for weaknesses. It's just like water in your house. Now, when water wants to penetrate your house, water will be doing everything to look for a hole. The day water sees the hole is the day you will be attacked with water. As long as that water cannot find holes to penetrate through, the water will remain outside. So attackers will remain outside when there are no vulnerabilities, and that points to the fact that every of our systems must be well built. For example, in software development, there's what we call secure software development lifecycle. So it means that normally software development lifecycle include a phase that is called the testing phase. But when we now bring it into cybersecurity, we call it secure software development lifecycle, meaning that every phase of the lifecycle, every phase of the development, they are adding testing to it. What are we testing for? Testing for vulnerability, because we know that if there are no vulnerabilities, there will be nothing to exploit. All right. So an hacker will look for what can I exploit. The second thing is how can I stay hidden. Those are the two things that bothers them. What to exploit, and while we are exploiting it, how can I stay hidden? All right. So there is a life cycle for how hacking is done, either on the good side or the bad side, either ethically or unethically. There is a life cycle, the same life cycle. And the first thing is they follow a method. Now you see reconnaissance. That is information gathering. So let me give you as an example. I want to do a practical now. Who want to interact with me? I need somebody to interact with me. I want to do a practical for you. Yes, very quickly. Anybody can nominate his or herself, please. Anyone can just nominate yourself. We want to have, you are somewhere where you can speak. All right. So Chidera, thank you. You can unmute your mic.
Good evening, sir.
All right. Thank you. Oh, good evening, Mr. Chidera. Thank you for joining today's class. So I just have a few questions that will help our class. Do you have any social media accounts?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. All right. So can you give me an example of 3 social media accounts that you have? Maybe the platforms.
Instagram.
You have Instagram,
Facebook.
okay. You have Facebook, okay.
Then I have.
Any other one more?
I used to have LinkedIn, but it's not no more online.
Not any longer. Okay. That's a valid information too. All right. So let's move forward. Now you know that it's a practice in this part of the country of the world that because people don't want to forget their password, so they just repeat their password. So let me ask, your Facebook and your Instagram, are they linked?
Yes, they are.
They are linked. They are linked. Okay. So are you using the same password for both?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, you are not. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so your LinkedIn, before you deactivated it, was there any at any point where you repeated the password you are using for any of your social media account on that LinkedIn?
No, I don't repeat passwords.
You don't repeat password. Thank you very much. All right, so you can mute your mic. I mean, you can mute yourself now. Thank you for that information. But every one of you, what I just did now is what we call social engineering. I have just gathered information. So unknown to Mr. Chidera, he has revealed too much of information. Now, somebody will say, but you are the one that asked him to unmute your mic. Yes, that is how an hacker will think. That is how they work. So we said hackers look for weaknesses in system and in people. So most times, getting a weakness in the system is not easy, but getting the weakness in people is easy because humans are emotional. And because humans are emotional, hackers play on their emotion. Now, according to Mr. Chidera now, I've been able to gather that he doesn't repeat password. So when I see one of his password, I don't need to bother myself to try it on another platform. So now I know that he has an Instagram account, he has a Facebook account. So I will look for the 2 accounts. I will type his name, it will bring them. So it means that if I need any information about him, I can ransack those 2 things. Then I will go and look for his LinkedIn that has been deactivated. I will ransack it. I will get something. That is reconnaissance, information gathering. So every hacker will pass through this method, information gathering. They will gather information. Many of you don't know that people that are attackers. Now, you see, I used to have a case in my hand. We've sorted it now. A lady. The guy, you know what they call love bombing? That was what the guy did. The guy asked her out on Facebook. They connected for about 1.5 years. And after 1.5 years, one day the guy said, I'm traveling to the UK. So the guy just went offline and came back online and said, oh, do you have a passport? The lady, and you know, Nigerians, we are eager to japa. So the lady was very eager to, oh, I want to also travel. I don't have a passport. So the guy said, I will process one for you. And because somebody that you're already in love with, you're already dating, He already told you that you trusted the person. So the guy said, a link will be sent to your email now. Once you click the link, send the code to me so that we can fast track your passport. And sheepishly and without even thinking twice, the lady got the code and sent it to him, and that was how she lost her email account. And immediately she lost her email account, they took because your email is usually linked to your social media account. The social media account took her Facebook account, and unfortunately for her, she has explicit or nude pictures and videos on her Facebook. So the person had access to it and began to blackmail her, requested for money. Email lost, loss of data. Facebook lost, loss of data. Private pictures and videos lost. That is another loss of data and a threat to life, because it was at the point where she was trying to commit suicide that they reached out to me. She was tired. The guy was threatening her. I will post your videos. I will put it on your page and all of that. So why am I telling you all of this? Is hackers, the way hackers are not magicians. The way they think is that they first of all, they know that you are the weak link. Take this, even in cybersecurity, we know that the weakest link in cybersecurity is human. You can have every technology in place, everything intact, nothing can be breached, everything everywhere sharp, but just a slight mistake from an employee that is not a techie, that doesn't have technical knowledge, just a slight mistake, just a link can crumble all of your technology. So human are the weakest link for any cyber attack. So the next step for an hacker is to scan. After reconnaissance, after they have gathered enough information, they begin to scan into the system. Now, these ones, we can't show you more of that until you register for the course, if you want to learn more about it. Then we have exploit. This is where the problem is. This scanning is where they look for the vulnerability in the system. Exploiting is where the attack is launched. And the last one, which is cover track, is where they stay hidden. There are two reasons why they stay hidden. Number one, so that they will not be traceable. Number two, to perpetrate another exploit later. So an hacker will not hack once and let go. As long as you have what they want to steal, they will keep on taking advantage of that vulnerability until you patch it. All right, so let's move forward. What are the human factors? I mentioned the other time, don't forget, they look for weaknesses in systems and in people. Let's look at the human factor. Most successful hacks target people. Now, if you are attentive in this class, let me ask you, why do you think most successful hacks target people and not just the technology? I mentioned the point why humans are targeted.
Because humans are emotional.
Because we are emotional. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Because humans are emotional. So hackers understand. And this is, let me just digress a bit. This is why we tell people it doesn't matter what your background is. You can do cybersecurity. Oh, I studied nursing. Oh, I studied psychology. Oh, I studied physiology. Oh, mine is, no. It is not only those of us that studied computer science that can do cybersecurity. Everybody, even if you don't have a formal knowledge, formal education, you can do cybersecurity. Because, understanding how to read people is one of the major skills. Look at what I just did now. You know that I can repeat the same thing I did, and I will still be able to catch someone in this class. I'm telling you, hackers are skillful in gathering information. They are very skillful at it. So most successful hackers, they target people, not just technology. And this is one of the mistakes we make as organizations. Our focus is always on technology. We spend money on antivirus, we spend money on anti-malware, we spend money on firewalls, IDS, IPS, SIM tools and all of that. But we forget to train our employees. So you have spent money to put firewall in place, you've put IDS in place, put all the security technology in place. But an employee that doesn't know anything will just go to a porn site, go to a website, and we click a link. And because of that link, a malware will be downloaded. And since that malware is on the network, there is a problem. So this is why we must pay attention. As we are paying attention, in fact, it's one of the reasons why I digressed away from ethical. I used to be an hacker. I left hacking to start training people because I noticed that hacking is actually thriving. Black hat hacking now is thriving because people are not trained. Many people don't know about all of these things. And this is one of the reasons why this masterclass is also organized. So another thing is hackers exploit curiosity, trust, fear, and urgency. Take note of these 4 things: curiosity, trust, fear, and urgency. I will repeat them: curiosity, trust, fear, and urgency. And because of our time, I won't be dwelling much on that, but I want you to pay attention to these 4 words. They know you will be curious. There are things, there's a way. For example, the email I showed you the other time, they said I should come and buy a house in Dubai. Everybody wants to buy a house in Dubai. So I'm curious of, is there a possibility for me to buy a house in Dubai? That is curiosity. Then trust. They use something that looks like what people trust. For example, they can use, many of us have received it. Many of us don't even know that there is a fake Facebook website online. If you go to online now and you type facebook.com, there is a Facebook website online. And many people are falling into that net. Why? Because they trust Facebook, they trust Instagram. So once they see their email and it's from Facebook, they just believe, oh, we are good, we are good, we are good, we are good. So you have to understand that they are going to play upon the trust you have for any system. So they can tell you that this is from, that was the example I gave you the other time. That how many of you have received that message? They say Tinubu is distributing 2,000 naira. Call Mr. Richard to claim your own. They know you trusted. You know that Tinubu has money and he can give money. So they are exploiting your trust in Tinubu. They can use article. They can use the video. Have you noticed that they only use popular people because they know you trust them? So that is another thing they exploit. The third one is fear, which of course, they make you begin to see that, oh, your account is about to be hacked. That's another tactic. Your account is about to be hacked. If you are the one, click this link. You click that link, you forget your account. And another thing is they tell you, click it now before it is too late. Urgency. The reason why urgency is a major weapon in hacking is they don't want you to think. Hackers don't want you to think. They know if you think, you will be able to decipher that there is a problem. So they put an urgency. For example, they tell you, oh, click. If you have seen those kind of messages or email, you see that they say, click it now, call him now, do this now. That now is to make you feel like if you don't do it now, something will go wrong. And at that moment, you won't be able to think. And once you are not able to think, you will not be able to detect the problem. Because every phishing mail or phishing smishing SMS has a loophole too. I'm going to show you how to find them. When you see emails that are, when you see emails that are phishing emails, there are things to look out for. You will be able to know them. You'll be able to know them. So they check for, they exploit curiosity, trust, fear, and urgency. Now, you are the first line of defense and the easiest target. You must know that you own a system, you have a phone, you have a laptop, you have a smart device, any smart device, you are the first line of defense. Defend yourself first. That was why I told you the other time, don't see it as just a career. See it as a way of life. Defend yourself first. Defend yourself first. And you are the easiest target. Many of us make mistakes. I'm going to show you one of them very soon. All right. So let's look at one of the major attacks that is common. Password cracking. Password cracking. Many of us don't know that passwords are easy to crack. Many of us don't know. As a security professional, I can tell you, I have 2 tools that I know very well how to use. That if I have access to your email and you don't have two-factor authentication, and I have your email, I can crack into it. I can crack your password. Forget it. Except if you are using the strongest password, which I will tell you how to set. So password cracking, how does it work? Hackers use tools to guess password quickly. And guessing password is what we call brute force. You can note that now for those of us that are taking note. Brute force, BRUTEFORCE, brute force. That is trying, for example, if you are using a password, let me give you a typical example, practical one now. If you are using a password that is just 4 digits, take note. If you are using a password that is just 4 digits, I only need to try that password 10,000 times before I get your password. So it means that it doesn't matter how complex that password is. As long as it is 4 digits, I only need 10,000 tries. Within that 10,000 tries, I will get your password. And don't say 10,000 tries is a lot. There are tools that will do it in milliseconds. They don't need to, they would try it in seconds. I mean, rapidly. So it's not something that people do manually. No, there are tools for it. We have hashing password. Password cracking tools like Hydra. We have John the Ripper, and a whole lot of them like that. We have Medusa. Medusa is a tool I use very well, and I tell you, it can crack any password. Any password. This is why setting password is not sufficient. Always have two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. Take note of that word. Always have two-factor authentication. So hackers use tools like the one I mentioned, the Hydra, the Medusa, the John the Ripper. They use those tools to guess password quickly. Then they try millions of passwords per second. They try millions of passwords per second. Now, weak password is equal to unlocked door. You can see that I gave you an illustration of a house with gold inside, and the door is unlocked. When you are using a weak password, your door is unlocked. So anybody can come in and, steal whatever it is that you have. So somebody is asking, how do we know a weak password? I'm going to show you. I'll give you a typical example in this class. How do you know a weak password? You will see it as we move forward. Now, the last thing is they exploit reused password from past leaks. Now, I'll give you one. It will be your bonus for this masterclass. I'll give you one link or one website where you can check if you have ever been breached before. If your password has ever been breached before, you'll be able to see it there. So before the end of the class, I'll give you that link and I'll show you how to use it. So now they exploit the reused password. So if you are the type that use password, the password you are using for, many people say, I don't want to forget. So because they don't want to forget, they use the same password they use for their Facebook, they use it for their Instagram, they use it for maybe LinkedIn or X. If you are using the same password for your platform, you are sitting on a gunpowder. Because it means that once I'm able to crack and don't assume, how will they know I'm using the same password? The way they will know is what I just practicalized for you the other time. Social engineering. All right. So attackers will try, once your password has been reused and one of the password leaked. So it means that when I want to, for example, somebody that used Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, the person used the same password. And as of 2020, Twitter experienced an hack, a breach, where the passwords were leaked. Now, if as a professional, as an hacker, I have access to those leaked passwords, I get your email from there, I get the corresponding password, I'll begin to try it on your Facebook and on your Instagram. So it means that if you use the same password for your Instagram and Facebook, you're in trouble. This is why it is never advisable to use one password more than once. One password, use unique password for every of your account. All right, moving forward, let's look at another major attack. Phishing. I've been mentioning phishing the other time, and somebody is asking, what exactly is phishing? Now, phishing is, pretending to be what you are not. Attackers pretend to be trusted entities to make users reveal private credentials. I'll come again. Attackers pretending to be trusted entities to make users reveal private credentials. For example, I sent an email. Time will not permit us. I would have demonstrated phishing for us in this class. I would have demonstrated it. But let's see if we can round up our slide. Then I'll do a bit of practical if time permits. All right. So what an attacker will do is they will concoct a message, an email. Then they will attach a link. Now that link, there is a way we create those links. They are called phishing links. Now when we create that link, we attach it to the email. Then we send it out. We send it out in bulk. Now, don't ask how do we get your email. There are those that have done email marketing. We know that there are ways we get people's email. Your email is a publicly available information. We can scrape it from LinkedIn. We can scrape it from Instagram. We can scrape it from any social media account or even any platform. So there are email scrapers. Now, when we use email scrapers, we get emails in bulk. Then we send out those links in bulk. Now, when we send out that phishing email, maybe we send to about 1,000 people, maybe 200 people will click it, and those 200 people will get their information. How? Because in that link, there is a way the link will be created. Now, some of you are very curious now on how those links are created. I will advise you to register for cybersecurity course. Register for it. You will learn a whole lot of things. Now, when that link is created, we send it to you. You click on it. Once you click on it, every of your information, every of your credentials will be transferred, will be exfiltrated, will be exported to the website that we have created. So you get a fake email from your bank asking you to log in. We use banks. I mean, attackers use banks. They use social media account. I mean, anything you can trust. You remember we said the other time that they exploit your trust. So anything you can trust, your bank, your social media account, your church. Yes, I have seen a recent trend now. They will tell you that a group you belong to is having a Zoom call. A code will be sent to you. That is phishing. They are taking advantage of something you trust. Because, of course, many of us, we are religious people. Oh, my church want to have program. Let me just click the link. You click the link, forget about your account. That's how many WhatsApp accounts are being hacked presently. They send you, they tell you, there's a Zoom link that will be sent, a Zoom code, send it to them. You send that code, forget about your account. So pay attention. When you get emails from your bank or from your trusted entities, always pay attention to details. Link looks real, but leads to a fake site. You see that? Link looks real. So most of the time, they always do their best, attackers do their best to make the link convincing. They make it look real. And it will lead to a fake site, not the original site. And don't forget, I told you that websites can be cloned. So they can clone Facebook, create Facebook. It's a phishing website. They want to steal your information. So they clone that Facebook, then they use a concocted Facebook email and send you that email. You get it, you click the link, you put in your username, you put in your password, they extract it and take it to the original Facebook and hack your account. All right. Once you type your password, hackers will get it. That's what I just explained now. So they ask you to type your email and your password, then boom, forget about it. Now, most breaches start with a phishing email. In fact, according to statistics, 80% of phishing, of attack, cyber attack starts with phishing. It's a link, an attachment, something will be sent into your email. You click on it, you download it. It's not just links. It can be, an attachment. They ask you to download something. You download it. That is a malware. Now, malware is from the word malicious software. Malicious software. A software that was created originally to cause a damage. So you download it, malware comes. Malware, another name for malware is what you call virus. Virus is just a type of malware or worm. So you download it, the virus is already on your system, your data is already being exfiltrated. All right, moving forward, how do you spot a phishing email? Because I've been explaining phishing since morning now. How do you know that, okay, this email I have received is a phishing email? How exactly do you know? Number one, grammatical error. Grammatical error. Now you have to ask, how? Yes, grammatical error is a major thing. The reason is that hackers now, they don't have the time to read what they are sending. Pay attention now. They don't have the time. If you see a serious hacker, a serious one, they have a lot of emails to send out, so they don't have the time to proofread. They don't have the time. And most of the time, they don't use grammar checker. They just want to send, there is urgency in what they are doing. They just want to send everything out. So there is usually grammatical error. So when you find grammatical error in an email, don't trust it until you are verified. Don't trust it until you are verified. So poor grammar or urgent request, urgency. Like I have explained earlier, they make you want to do it quickly so that you will not think before you take the action. They just want you to do it in a rush. So they tell you, click on the link now, do it now, do so now, reach out now. Those words are, so let me give you I don't want to stop sharing this screen because I see that our screen is taking time before it comes up. But I would have shown you what a phishing email looks like and the urgency in it. They will do the urgency. They will tell you, click on it now. Request now. You saw the email I showed you the other time. Request for yours now. So something urgent, do it before it's too late. The whole logic behind that is they don't want you to think. They don't want you to reason before you take steps or before you carry out any action. All right. The next one is weird sender email. Now, somebody in the class, I want you to look at the email on your screen. This number 2 point. What is weird about this email? Yes, anyone, please. What is weird? Something is weird about this email. What is weird about this email? Yes, anybody?
Yes.
All right.
So
okay,
double,
yes. Chidera, you
double
can go
periods,
ahead,
double
please.
dots.
Yes. Double dots, where?
Is it this
No, I'm talking
support
of this.
at PayPal?
Yes, support@paypal.com. What's the weird thing about this email?
Okay, the PayPal is spelled wrong.
The double L. Yeah. So PayPal is a single L, but this one has double L. And you know that most times people don't pay attention to this. That's why we are training you now, so that you look out for these things. When you receive an email, check the domain. Check the domain. Now, this is what we call, for those that are not that don't understand computer terms, this is what we call domain. This paypal.com is domain. Is the host. Is the one hosting this email. Now, when you check this, you can easily take it to certain tools. There are tools you can use to check to see if it is a phishing email, phishing link or not. I'll show you. So 2 things I have promised you. I promised you I was going to show you. What was the first thing I promised? Can anybody remind me, please? Yes, a platform where you can check if you have been compromised. I remember now. A platform where you can check if you have been compromised. Then the second one is I will show you another platform where you can know if a link is is malicious. That is, maybe it's a phishing link or not. I will show you another platform for that. The third thing you should look out for in phishing email is fake login pages. Fake login pages. Stuffs like this. Paper.secure login.net. This, if it doesn't have, if it's not looking like the original PayPal domain, don't trust it. Don't trust it. So fake login pages like this, always ensure that you avoid them. Then always double check URLs and email addresses, like I have said earlier. Always double check them. Check them very well. Like this PayPal now. If you are not paying attention very well, you won't know that this PayPal is wrong. You won't know. So always pay attention to it. Always pay attention to it. All right. So moving forward, social engineering. That was what I illustrated the other time. Social engineering is manipulating people to reveal information. That's just the basic thing. Manipulating people or tricking people to reveal sensitive or private information. Pretending to be IT support to get your password. That is an example of social engineering. They will pretend to be something you can trust. Then they ask you. So you can receive an email and they tell you, this is IT support. We discovered that if you are working in a corporate organization now, they tell you this is IT support. We are requesting for so because your system is lagging. And because, of course, maybe your system has been lagging earlier in the day. You just, okay, the IT support are trying to help me. So you reveal your password, then there is problem. Another example is what I just did in this class. I am the instructor, the facilitator in this class, and you receive an email, and that email comes from omolioluwatosin@gmail.com, which is not my email. But because you have seen in the class that, this guy's name is Omolioluwatosin, that person is pretending because my own email has another addition. It is Omolioluwatosin Emmanuel. But because you have seen omolioluwatosin@gmail.com, you just believe, okay, it's my instructor, it's my facilitator, I can trust him. Then you reveal your password. That is social engineering. How many of you have received emails from your banks, or they call you and they tell you our support will never ask you for your PIN or your OTP. How many of you have received that kind of instruction from your bank? They will tell you that our customer care will not ask you for your email, for your password or for your PIN. So banks put out that disclaimer because they understand social engineering. All right. So calling to say you've won a prize. I have given this example since the beginning of the class. They tell you you've won a prize. Then they ask you, I have fallen for this thing before. They told me that somebody sent a package for me from the US. And they made it so real. So that was many years ago. I've not even getting admission into school. So real. I was like, wow, somebody remembered me from the US. That's great. And they said I should be tracking. Then they asked for my name, asked for my email, and they asked for my password. But because I've always been a guy that I always suspect. So I was like, why do you need my password? So when I began to query them, they said that this guy is not an easy target. So they just left me alone. I was very pained. I was like, they said the person sent me an iPhone. I can't even remember that iPhone, whatever that they sent. It was those early iPhones. You understand? And because I want to use so that is how it works. They make you feel like you have won a prize. They make you feel like something is in there for you. So they begin to ask for private information. Beware of that. Then another way it happens is tricking you into clicking links or revealing secrets. Like that example I gave you the other time, that lady, the guy formed, when I took up the case and we began to track the guy, we discovered that guy that claimed that he was in the UK, the guy is actually at Ile-Ife. The guy is at Ile-Ife. It was during tracking that we saw that, oh, you are not even someone serious. You understand? He was requesting for $65. So I know he was just all these small Yahoo boys. You understand me now? So that is how far it can go. They can tell you they're in love with you. They will, because they need you to be emotionally attached to them. Social engineers are the most wicked among all cyber attackers. They will make you feel like you are safe. This is a safe place. Many of us, we go online, we drop our account number online for giveaway. Be careful. I've seen a guy that come online and say, I want to add people to this group. Drop your email under this, or in the comment box. And people were dropping their email. And I got to that place and I saw it and I knew that guy was just stealing their email. He just needed them for email marketing. So they will not get any package. You will not add them to any group. You will just carry out the email and you will see the comment under those kind of posts, like 1,000 comments, 1,005. Some of them even have job posts. Yes, fake job posting. Thank you very much. They tell you, in fact, I discovered that recently. They will tell you there is a job, there is so. Then put in your email, do this, do that, and you will also be putting in your information. People gullibly put it, and I can't totally blame people. People are desperate. That is why when it is too good to be true, suspect it. When it is too good to be true, suspect it. Nothing is free even in free time. So people that love free things, be careful. Those are the things we use when we want to get information from you. We just throw you a bit, you bite it, and that's it. So tricking you into clicking links and revealing secret is another way social engineering is carried out. And lastly, social engineering is hacking the human, not the computer. So they don't have a business with the technology. They don't have a business with the computer. They are dealing with human. And I'm telling you that social engineering is always 95% successful. Why? Because humans are emotional. All right. Moving forward, malware. That is another type of attack that hackers use. Malware. What is malware? I've briefly mentioned the other time. Malware is malicious software. Malicious software. Any software created for the purpose of damage. Any software created to cause a damage is called. There are types of malware, viruses, spyware, ransomware, hardware. Then we have worm. We will be differentiating this for you when you join the class, if eventually you do. All right. Now, how does malware work? Can be hidden in fake apps, especially. Let me take note of this. Apps that are not on the Play Store, either Apple Play Store or Google Play Store. Because you see, Apple Play Store and Google Play Store, they have their security technology that verifies app from the developer. So when you see apps that are not on the Play Store, be careful how you download them. Those of you that use GB WhatsApp, I'm very, very sorry for you. You see the day there. You don't know that GB WhatsApp is a compromised WhatsApp. So if they can compromise WhatsApp, they can compromise your system. If they can compromise WhatsApp, they can compromise your system. So if you are using GB WhatsApp, you are sitting on a gunpowder. Because one day, all your chat, WhatsApp can be sued. If you know that WhatsApp Meta was sued recently because of their end-to-end encryption. I mean, it was discovered that end-to-end was not really working and all of that. Oh, it is because they know Elon Musk. I mean, what's the name of this guy? Mark Zuckerberg. It's because they know Mark Zuckerberg. Who do you know created GB WhatsApp? Who are you going to sue? They will export your details, all those chats, all those videos, all those pictures that you are sending. Don't worry. When they are ready for you, gradually they'll pick your email and send you samples. They will tell you, take this one, I'm being sincere with you. Any app that has not been verified on the Play Store, don't use them. And if you are going to use them in a controlled environment. That's what we call controlled environment, like your virtual box, things that doesn't have connection with your actual system. All right. So they can be hidden in fake apps, email attachment. I have explained that, and USBs. Yes. USB. In fact, this is very, very common in sophisticated attack. They will drop, you just find a USB and you put it in your system. Many of us are fond of it. You want to get a movie, you just put any USB in your. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I stopped using. I don't have USB. I don't use USB at all. Because I can just pick USB, configure a malware on it, and I will give you put it on your system. I will add it to a movie. A typical example, how do many of us get virus on our phone? It is because we got maybe a file from somebody and the virus will come with it. That is malware. It's as simple as that. So when you get USBs and you attach them to your system, that is going to lead to a malware attack. All right. Once it is installed, it can steal, it can spy, and it can destroy. It's just like that Bible word. It comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So once a malware is on your device, you are in trouble. How far that trouble can be, I don't know. But you are in a mess. Because many of us will say, oh, when I use antivirus, I will clear the virus. I'm telling you that many a times you don't clear the virus. They already created a backdoor in your system. They already created a backdoor in your system. So while you think that the virus has been, taken away from your system, a backdoor has been created. So anytime they need access into your system, they will have access freely. That is why be careful. Prevention is better than cure. Even in cybersecurity, prevention is better, wiser, and less costly than cure. You see, money you will use to prevent it, you will spend times 10 of it when you want to defend against it, when the incident eventually happens. So it's better not to allow it to happen. I see organizations, they launch applications. I have an organization like that in my hand currently. They launch software. They call us that are ethical hackers to help them test it. And because we build them, we tell them that this is how they will say, don't worry, we will launch it. Oh, I'm sorry for them. Now, I tell people that it's because I'm a professional and I'm ethical. There are hackers you will call to help you test system, and because you did not give them the job, they will be the one to attack you behind. So it's better spend any money you need to spend on it to prevent that attack. Once the attack happens, you never can tell how far it will go. 2024, August, Microsoft experienced an attack and about 14 million, I think about 14 million gadgets were affected. About 14 million gadgets. There is an attack that has happened before, Equifax attack. It affected 147 million people. The Equifax attack 2017, 147 million people. Now imagine 147. Let me give you this example. I'm trying to round up very quickly. Let me give you this example. How many of you know that many years ago, Yahoo Mail used to be the top guy in the industry? How many of you have Yahoo Mail here? You have Yahoo Mail. You can just send an icon or anything. I just want to see the old guys that we have here. You have Yahoo Mail. You use Yahoo Mail. Okay, thank you, Chuku. I know you must be a millennial for you to have Yahoo Mail. Yes, any other person? Any other person has Yahoo Mail. You once had Yahoo Mail in your life. Okay, so Yahoo Mail used to be the top guy when it comes to mailing in the mailing industry. They experienced an attack. And that was how they lost their credibility. So the movement of everybody to Google Mail today, to Gmail today, is because Yahoo Mail fell. It's because Yahoo Mail fell. In fact, the Yahoo you hear that they call all these scammers is because those years they used to use, what they use is Yahoo Messenger. When those things started, they use, so Yahoo has been in the game for long, but a single attack crumpled them. In fact, they had to sell the company to Verizon at about 300% less. You see, that is how far attacks can go. So it's better you prevent it before you begin to look for money. In fact, many organizations, they don't rise from the fall. They don't rise from it. All right. So moving forward, let's look at real cases of ransomware attack. Now, ransomware is another type of malware. And what ransomware does is it will lock your system and it will display an account for you to send money to. They will encrypt your data. WannaCry is an example of this attack. Now, you can look at the name, WannaCry. People cried. I'm being sincere with you. There are a lot of type of attack that we have. We have the I love you letter attack. That happened in 2013, I guess. We have the Equifax attack. We have Target. Target affected 40 million people, and about $14 billion was lost. A whole lot. WannaCry is another one. Look at what WannaCry did. People cried though. WannaCry attack locked hospital computers in 2017. They locked the computer. So they will encrypt it, make it inaccessible. Then they began to demand for money in Bitcoin before they will unlock it. I think Deloitte also experienced one recently around December last year. They begin to demand for money. Now, patients could not be treated. Lives were at risk and some lives were lost. Because, of course, the computer that will give the diagnosis, that will give the details and all of that, all of them are not functioning. So what they do is they will lock your screen, they will lock your computer, you will not have access to it, but you will have access to only the screen. And what the screen will be displaying is the Bitcoin address, the Bitcoin wallet, where you will send it. You don't send that money, you are not going to get your system back. And the danger with that is you send once, you can continue to send. Yes, they may not back down. So most times, you always need the advice of a professional before you undo a ransomware attack. Okay, because of our time, the lesson that was learned in WannaCry attack is always back up your files. Because if those computers that were locked, if they had been backed up, the hospital will have access to the backup. You understand now? So backup is an important part of cybersecurity. Let's move on because of our time. How do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself? The step one is password. And I'm going to be moving very fast now because of time. Number one, use strong, unique password. Use strong, unique password. What is the definition of a strong password? 12 characters. You can put that down. Must contain uppercase and lowercase letters. Must contain digits. Must contain special character. I'll pick it again. It must be 12 character and more. Must contain uppercase and lowercase letters, must contain digits, and must contain special character. Another thing is it must not be a dictionary word, and it must not be any information about you, like your name. You know, many Nigerians, I was conducting a training one day, and I look at the hall. There were about 70. And I said, do you know that out of the 70, about 70 of you that are here, I can guess the password of 10 of you. As long as I know your name, your second name, and I know your year of birth. Many people, their name is Oluwatosin, and their year of birth is 2005 or 2025, and their password is Oluwatosin at 2025. You are a joker. Because when I undo my tools easily, you know, it's an easy PC, I'll be able to crack that password. That's an example of a weak password. Some people will even go as far as using password 1234. You are setting password 1234 as a password. You are a gunner. So always use unique and strong password. And I mentioned unique password because don't repeat password for your devices. You understand? Or for your social media account for your account or anything you are using password for. So always use unique password for everything. So don't forget the criteria for a strong password. Then the number 2, use a password manager. Somebody is asking, but if I'm using unique password for all my account, I will forget. That is why you have a password manager. Example of a password manager is Bitwarden. Another is 1Password. Another is LastPass. LastPass. I use LastPass, so it is trustworthy. So LastPass will enable you, once you have a password manager. Google also has a Google Chrome. Google has a password manager. Apple also has it. Your iPhone has password manager. So all these password manager are to help you. So you don't need to rack your brain to remember your password. As long as you're using a password manager, so the only password you'll be remembering is the password to that manager. So once you remember the password to that manager, every other thing is settled. So use password manager. Then lastly, enable 2-factor authentication everywhere. So after this class, after this master class, I expect you to go to your email, to your social media account, and set 2-factor authentication. 2-factor authentication. It is very, very important. If you are using password and you are not using 2-factor authentication, you know I told you there are tools. You can go and read about them. Medusa, John the Ripper, what other thing? We have what's the name of this guy? Ashcat. Ashcat is the
Hydra.
craziest of all. Thank you very much. Ashcat is the craziest of all of them. Then we have Hydra. All right. So moving forward, step 2, think before you click. I've explained this to you before. Don't click links in unexpected email. You did not register for a job and they told you have gotten an offer, you should click the link. Don't click it. Number 2, over links to see the real URL. So before you click, take your cursor over on it like this. The real URL will be displayed. And even after the URL has been displayed, I said I will show you, so I'm trying to rush so that I will be able to show you that. After the real URL has been displayed, don't click it. Right click if you are using a system. Right click. If you are using a phone, long press. So it will bring the option for you to copy it and take it to one of the tools I'm going to show you at the end of this slide. I'll show you at the end of this slide one of the tools you can use to check for links if they are malicious or not. All right. So number 3, when in doubt, go directly to the website. So you receive a message from Facebook and you just see that you are not trusting it. There are things, maybe from the knowledge you got from this class, there are things you don't understand. Go to Facebook, the original Facebook website itself. Don't click that link in that email. We are going to have time for questions, please. So I'll take note of your question because of our time. All right, let's look at step 3. Step 3, secure your devices. Number 1, keep software and antivirus updated. Take this quote from me. It is a quote from me. An outdated software is the attacker's workshop. An outdated software is the attacker's workshop. So those of us that we have long list of new updates on our device of applications and we refuse to update them, many of us don't know that the reason why you have that update is because a vulnerability was discovered and it has been patched. Are we together now? A vulnerability was discovered and it has been patched. Is why you have that update. So most of the times, updates are a correction to a fault that has been seen in the initial version. So when you don't update, you expose yourself to the attack that can come from that initial mistake. So always keep your software and antiviruses updated. Avoid downloading from unknown sources. I have said that to you. If you don't trust the source, if it's not a source that is trusted, avoid downloading. Lock your screen when you are away. Those of us that always sleep. So the reason why you are locking your phone or your device is not because of your girlfriend or your boyfriend. No. You should lock it because of your security. Anything can go wrong. Anybody could just be passing through and they see your system opened. You understand? So please always lock your screen when away. Then use trusted Wi-Fi or a VPN when in public. When you join the cybersecurity class, you will be taught something around this Wi-Fi and with VPN. Many of you don't know. When you go to places and you see public Wi-Fi, maybe airport, cafeteria, joining them is risky. This is how it works. When you join a Wi-Fi, what you do is you are already on the same network with the host of that Wi-Fi. When you join a Wi-Fi, you're already on the same network with the host of that Wi-Fi. And there are technologies that can be used to get the credential of everybody on that same network. So when you see free Wi-Fi and you join, you are just saying, take my bank, steal my money. Take my bank, steal my money. So joining on trusted Wi-Fi is a risk. Use trusted Wi-Fi or a VPN when involved. So if there is a need for you to join Wi-Fi, compulsorily, use a VPN. VPN is virtual private network. Virtual private network. All right, step 4, manage your digital footprint. If you don't want it known, don't upload it. That's the rule. Digital privacy is illusion. Take that from me. That some of you use incognito. I'm sorry for you. That incognito is recorded somewhere. Your internet service provider still have the record. The day you offend is the day you will know they have the record. So if you don't want it known at all, don't upload it. Don't let it see the internet. There are ways I can pick people's picture from the internet and I will get every information about where that picture was snapped, the time it was snapped, the phone it was used to snap. That was used to snap it. So always manage your digital footprint. Don't just say anything can be uploaded. Anything can be, no. It's my page, That doesn't work when it comes to cyber attack. So one of the steps to do that is Google yourself what is out there. What does the internet even have about me? Go online, type it on Google. We call it OSINT, Open System Intelligence. Type on Google your name, type your email. I will give you a platform, I told you. So I'll give you, I promise. All right. The second thing is be careful what you post publicly. I have mentioned that. I will reiterate it. If you don't want it known, don't upload it. Lastly, limit info like birthday, address, phone, or socials. Limit them. Everybody doesn't deserve to know everything about you. In fact, there was a case of a lady like that that was trending some times ago. The attacker, and don't forget that attackers are meticulous and they are patient. They can be following you for 2 years. They can be following you for 3 years. In fact, they can follow you for 7 years. They just need one strike. Once they're able to strike you once, you are gone. So you uploaded the day you graduated and you uploaded your certificate, and on that certificate, your date of birth is there. They will crop it out. You uploaded one picture one day and you say, I am in Toronto. They will pick that information. They are tracking your movement, tracking your details. Then one day you snap a picture, mistakenly your credit card is showing on the table. They will crop out the digits. And the day they arrange everything together, an attack will be launched. All right. So infos like birthday, address, phone, on social, be careful how you share them. Step 5, backup saves lives. Backup saves lives. Backup saves lives. So here, ensure that all your informations are backed up. Everything. Back up your file regularly. Automate it so that you don't have to be repeating it. Automating is setting it on automation. So automate it. Then if ransomware hits you, you can restore through your backup. All right. So I have a few more things to tell you as we round up. Cyber hygiene checklist. Cyber hygiene checklist. Those are the things I've already told you. Strong and unique password, 2-factor authentication, think before you click, regular backup, update software regularly. So what to do if you are hacked? These are the things to do. Change your password immediately. Notify your bank or service provider. Scan your devices for malware to see if there's a virus. Inform your contact to prevent spread. Let people know that you have been hacked. Then escalate to a professional. Don't keep it to yourself. Let somebody help you. And this is why you should learn cybersecurity, so that you won't need to be escalating to someone. Escalate to yourself when you learn cybersecurity. It is important. All right. Now, cybersecurity at work. Don't share your password even with your co-workers. Lock your screen. Be cautious with emails, even with your bosses. Then follow company security training. Stay informed. Now, this is where we are going. Follow cybersecurity news. These are examples of platforms you can use for that. Join online communities. And lastly, explore. Explore a career in cybersecurity. Why should you explore a career in cybersecurity? Look at all the information I have given you since morning. Don't you see the need to actually explore this career? Don't you see it's a very fascinating career? Of course it is. And I can tell you as somebody in the field. So you should explore the career. Another reason is cybersecurity is lucrative, and I am telling you the truth. This is not even to gag you up. Cybersecurity is lucrative. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. But cybersecurity is lucrative. You will make money there. Don't let anybody deceive you. Another reason why you should study cybersecurity or pursue a career in it is fulfillment. You will be fulfilled. You see, there is an euphoria you will have. There is this happiness that comes with, I know I mean, at least to a level I cannot be hacked. And when people are hacked, I can provide solution to their problem. I can provide solution to their problem. Are you with me now? Take note of the statement I made the other time. I said to a level. Anybody can be hacked. Google can be hacked. Microsoft can be hacked. Anybody can be hacked. But to a level, I have understanding of security. So I'm preventing myself from being hacked. So you can also be like that. You can also be like that. Then another reason is when you go online, you can Google that. Time will not permit us. In all the tech career that we have, in all the tech career, the only tech career that can beat cybersecurity in the availability of job, in professionalism, in acceptance in the society, in lucrativeness, in everything, the only part that can beat cybersecurity at this moment, and this is not just me being arrogant, no, I'm being sincere with you, is AI and machine learning. And it is because we are in the era of AI. And you see that AI also needs cybersecurity. AI, in fact, AI needs cybersecurity more than any other thing, because you know that AI can be used to do many things. So if it is not well secured, a lot of problem will be caused. This is the reason why you should pursue a career in cybersecurity. And if you want to pursue a career in cybersecurity, of course, you know where to go to. Amdoranalytics is the place to be. All right. So in conclusion, cybersecurity is for you. Don't think you can't learn it. Don't think you can learn it. I told you, anybody from any field can learn it. Anybody from any field. Hackers are not magical. They exploit simple gaps. By learning basic safety, you shut the door on them. And you can want to go advance yourself beyond the basic. Come and learn cybersecurity. It's a very fascinating, I've been doing cybersecurity for 5 years, and I can tell you, I'm very, very fulfilled. There are more than 50 career paths that you can choose in cybersecurity. I'm telling you, more than 50. So cybersecurity is one of the widest part of tech that you can actually go into. All right, be alert, be curious, and be safe. That is my final advice for you. So let's go to question and answer very quickly. Question and answer. But before we go to question and answer, okay, let's take, before we go to question and answer, let me just give you the two sites that I promised to give you. Okay, so for you to check if your email has been compromised, go online and check, have I been pawned before? Have I been pawned? Okay, so I have typed it in the chat box. Have I been pawned? Search it online, click on it, put your email. It will tell you if you have been hacked before. Then another one is, if you want to check if a link is valid or whatever, use virustotal.com. Okay, that is also in the chat box. So those are the two links I promised, the two tools I promised to give you. Use Have I been pawned to check if your email has been compromised or your password has been. What you just need to put is put your email there. It will tell you if you have been involved in a breach before. Then VirusTotal to ensure that a link is valid or a link is not malicious before you click it. So when you right click or you long press on the link, before you click it, take it to VirusTotal and let it help you to check if the thing is malicious. And there are other tools. We have urlscan.io, we have Cisco Talos. There are a lot of tools for that, but VirusTotal is verifiable. All right, any question in just 3 minutes, please? Okay, somebody asked one. Let me attend to that. Sorry, in a situation where you have all your password in one single place, wouldn't it be like a time bomb? Of course, that's a concern. That's a concern. But here is the great thing. That password manager will not just rely on password as the security. It will rely on password and other factor authentication, like authentication app. It can rely on OTP. So most of this, because they also understand that if that thing is hacked, all your stuffs are hacked. So they will ensure that it is not hacked. However, if eventually it is hacked, you are still safe. You'll be asking me how. Your password on these platforms, on those platforms, they are not saved as plain text. They are saved as hashed values. So it is still not readable. So that password on that, your password manager, is not saved as your password like the plain text. There's what we call hashing. In cybersecurity, there's what we call hashing. So it is hashed. So you don't, even the attackers will not be able to read it. So even if they have access to it, they will still not be able to use that password. So that is, I think I have answered your question. Any other question? Somebody is raising, is on Chidera. All right,
Hi,
Chidera.
Tosin. Hi, Tosin.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
I hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay, so we just want to quickly do something before we can take the final questions.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Can you all hear me very clear and loud?
Yes, we can hear you clear and loud.
Yes, we can hear
All
you.
right. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope we are all enjoying this session. I don't know, but to be very honest, I really enjoyed this session. Did you enjoy this session?
I did.
Yes, we did.
Very much.
Okay, very well. Thank you very much. So we want to just quickly do something now so that we can then, thank you very much, Adebi, Grace. I love that. I enjoyed this session. Please, can you stop sharing? I just want to quickly share something. Okay, so we're going to take the final question in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Just keep your questions or your questions. Just want to introduce you to something very, very important before we dive into the question. Now, let's look at what we have here. This is picture of jobs according to the Future of Job World Economic Forum. All right, this was released January this year, and it has been like every 2 years that they do release this Future of Jobs report. Okay, so if you look at this, you can see that the number one top increasing, fast increasing technology is AI and big data. You can see it here, just like what Tosi said. You can see it here. AI and technology and big data, followed by networks and cyber security. Now, this is to tell you how important it takes for you to actually have these in-demand skills, right? How important it takes for you to follow the trend. Now, he said something about the opportunities in the cyber security. Now, let me be very honest and sincere with you guys. There is a lot. He didn't say it very well, so I want to say it very well now so that you can get this. If a particular skill is at number one, okay, let's say number two in the whole of the world, this is released by the World Economic Forum, and it's been released every 2 years. If they can rank this particular skill as number two in the rank as among the all other technology skills, it simply means that there's a lot of opportunities in this particular space. Now, this is to tell you how amazing it is for you to transition into tech. Now, let's say that you want to transition into tech, and cybersecurity, just like, I don't know, I learned a lot today. In fact, at the point I was even scared of my passwords out there, like, God. So it simply means that hope I'm not at risk to all these hackers and all that. Yeah, concerning the WhatsApp and Facebook, I have been hacked several times. But that's to share that I have to be very careful and make sure that I have a two-factor authenticator. Now, let's talk about why you should move into the space of cybersecurity, why you should actually continue this program with Amdoranalytics. I don't know. I really enjoyed this session. Now, this is to tell you, if you can learn all these things in just 1 hour, 30 minutes program, or let's say 2 hours program, it's simply to show you that you have a lot to learn if you then dive into the program fully. Now, this program is just free session, just like we all know, it's not a paid version, but then we have a paid version for these programs, right? Now, let's talk about just a second what you are going to be learning, because trust me, there is a lot you're going to be learning when you dive into the space. What we just shared with you, these are more are what you're going to be learning. Now, we're going to introduce you to the introduction to the cyber security, where you're going to be learning offensive security and defensive security intro part of it, right? Then we'll introduce you to Linux fundamentals, networking, defensive security, graphic, like a lot, web hacking. This what hacking here is mentioning here. He said something about the white hackers and the black hackers, right? So you that you're a white hacker, you learn how you can actually do all these things. And of course, it's not just in a day that you're going to learn it, right? You are learning it in 5 months. Now, here at Amdoranalytics, our cybersecurity program is 5 months training programs. You can see it out there, 2 months, less than that. Here we have 2 months, because a lot of people will be like, you know what? I feel like 2 months program, 5 months program is actually too much. Now, we are telling you that you have a lot to learn. If something is number 2 in the whole of the world as ranking number 2, it simply means that it requires your time, right? Your energy. I think I had a one-on-one session with someone yesterday, and the person was asking me, why do you think that I should dive into cybersecurity? Why do you think that I should go for 5 months program here at Amdoranalytics for the five cybersecurity? And I told him a lot, like, you cannot become a professional in 2 months. If you want to be very honest and sincere, if I want to be that to you, I will tell you the truth. You cannot become a cybersecurity professional in 2 months program. It's not possible. So we have 2 months program for those that just want to know what cybersecurity is all about. But if you want to go advanced, all right, you go for the 5 months program, and you can see a lot. In fact, most times 5 months is not even enough to cover these things, right? So you can see what you are going to be learning in the space of 5 months. Now, our programs for the 5 months program is 4 months intensive training program, hands-on program, right? Now, after that, you are going on 1 month internship program. Let's talk about other benefits. We're going somewhere. Other benefits that you are going to be enjoying, or you will enjoy as a student of Amdoranalytics. One of them is LinkedIn optimization. Now, let me be very honest with you. Somebody said something, I think it's Chidera or somebody, that, oh, I had LinkedIn before, but I don't really use it again. LinkedIn is a powerful platform that you need to leverage as a tech professional. Do not be the same when people say that, okay, you can actually use Twitter and all that. Yeah, they are all good, but LinkedIn is number 1 platform that you should leverage. If you want to go into the tech ecosystem, you need LinkedIn, and not just LinkedIn profile, but optimized LinkedIn. And that is what we do here at Amdoranalytics. We know the importance of you having a very revamped, optimized LinkedIn profile. So we help you to optimize your LinkedIn, and of course, Upwork optimization. Now, let me be honest with you. Now, you know what? One of the things that you should pay very good attention to is, acquiring these skills are very good, but learning how you can monetize these skills are the most amazing part of the program. This is to tell you that this program is going to come in part A, the technical skills. Part B, how you can monetize your skills. And Upwork is another amazing platform that we are using to, to tell our students how they can actually, leverage it, make money. And of course, myself, my name is Chinyere. I don't know, I think I've introduced myself when I started the program. My name is Chinyere. So I am being the one introduced that in charge of Upwork, and I've been doing this for over the years, and it has also been amazing. We have a lot of testimonies of people who have gotten jobs Upwork through our platform. So we have CV review. We are going to help you to revamp your CV. One-on-one CV revamp, which is very, very important. Now, take note of something. You can be very good and don't have a very good CV. See, CV is one of the things that will sell you out there. Okay, so after that, you are going to get a recognized certificate. You are getting a reference letter in case if you apply for jobs and these guys call you and ask you for reference letter, we are going to provide it for you. And that is one thing we always tell our students. You joining Amdoranalytics, you are joining Amdoranalytics as a contractor, not just as a student. You know why I said so? Because we are going to tell you, you know what? Use Amdoranalytics as your work experience on your LinkedIn and on your CV, because we want to see that you have worked somewhere. If they say that, okay, you have gotten at least 1 year, one work experience like that, even if it's less than 6 months, they will definitely call you for a job interview. And that is one of the things that we help our students to do here. Use Amdoranalytics as your work experience. And of course, when you apply for those jobs and then require reference later, we will always provide those things, right? So another thing again, you are going to be enjoying us. These are the people that are going to work with you. Gasitosi. Other things, I want to go straight to that. Okay, so let's talk about the training fee. So this 5 months program, how much is it? Yeah, I have heard you, right? But I want to know how much this program is. You can go and make research out there how much cybersecurity program will cost you. You see how expensive the program is. None of them is collecting less than $1,000. Less than $1,000 if they want to go to this point of what we are doing here at Amdoranalytics. Now we are paying the cybersecurity program for 5 months is 500,000 naira. Is 500,000 naira. But do you know the amazing thing now? We are going on 100%, 100,000 naira discount. Now, instead of you to pay 500,000 naira, you are paying 400,000 naira. Imagine paying 400,000 naira for a program that will change your life for very good 5 months that you be at Amdoranalytics, 4 months for live classes, 1 month internship. That is 5 months, right? So your first payment, if you are going into this program, your first payment is 300,000 naira, and you balance 100,000 naira. 5 months after, into the program, a month after, you will balance. Okay. Now, if you're going for the 2 months program, you are paying 200,000 naira instead of 250,000 naira, and of course, the first payment is 150,000 naira. If you are going for 2 months program. Now, note, I said it and I'm going to be very clear. You are not going to be very advanced in 2 months program. So that you will not come back and said, oh, you said that you're going to teach us everything. I didn't get any value. If you want to, if you want the one that you know that, okay, you are going to get advanced, at least not like very, very advanced, because I love to be very honest and sincere with people. Like, at least you start somewhere, you're going to get entry job when you finish is that training of 5 months program. Okay, that is 400,000 naira. And our next cohort is starting on 28th of this month. Our next cohort is starting on 28th of this month. Now, please take note of something before you leave. The classes are weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So it simply means you are learning from anywhere across the globe. Wherever you are, we have people that have joined our program from Spain. Currently, in our cybersecurity program, we have students from UK, Canada, and Spain. Okay, so we have people both in Nigeria that are inside the program, and they are all learning from anywhere they are, and they are enjoying their programs. The programs are Saturdays and Sundays. Now, Saturdays are weekends, evening, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. West African time. Of course, if you are on Sunday, the same time. And again, we do meet weekly, but it's not a must. For that weekdays, that's just like if you want to have anything like civil review, Upwork optimization, and all of that sections that we can actually have during the week, we can have it. But the main programs are Saturdays and Sundays. And just like what we are doing here, this is how we teach our program. There is no physical class anywhere, but our office is in Lagos, Nigeria. If you want to see us, you can see us. Okay, now that 100,000 naira discount that we are giving out today is for the first 20 people that register for our program. Note, the first 20 people that register for program. Now, if I were you, I don't know what would stop you from starting the program this month. To be very honest, if you ask me, what would be the problem? Like, what to stop you from starting cyber security program this month? You can see how amazing the facilitator was. You have seen how he delivered value, detailed. You have seen it, how detailed he was explaining everything. If you can go through this program for 5 months, trust me, it's going to change. It's going to be the best decision you have made so far in this month. Imagine by the end of this year, you are becoming a cybersecurity specialist. It simply means that you are doing yourself very good. So we want to see you start making payment. Of course, people have started registering for some of our programs. Just like I said, the program is starting on 28th of this month. We have just limited time, 28th of this month. Okay, so let's take questions. If you have any question, you can drop your questions. Let's take your questions. If you have any questions, so you can see the account details. You can start making payments. So the program is okay. Shidera and Niekwe. Shidera, please go on.
Yeah, so I actually have a question for the facilitator. Hi. So thank you for the presentation. It was very insightful. I have a question for the facilitator. I don't know if he's still on the
Yeah, I'm
call.
with you. You can go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, I want to ask, is there such a thing as a perfectly, or is there such a system without vulnerabilities? That's the first question. And
Okay.
then the second question is this, have I been pawned? How, I don't know, should I stick in someone's email also and trying to do what you taught us this evening?
Okay.
Is there a way to check and verify their, you know,
Legit.
is there a way to check and verify a tool's, um, what will I say now? Like, is there a way to verify or to know that, okay, these people now, they're not going to use the data we provide for malicious intent? Is there a way to do that?
All right. Now, like I told you, that the internet is a big platform where you have many things. But this is why I spoke about, don't forget I spoke about joining communities. There are communities for professionals. And one of the reasons why those communities exist is so that we can be able to verify tools before we use them. Another thing is there are organizations for professionals. For example, in Nigeria, there is CSAN, Cyber Security Expert Association of Nigeria. There is a platform for that where we verify what is good and what is not good. So, like, have I been pwned is verified. Take that from a professional now. Is a very. I love your inquisitiveness because from what it means that what I taught you, you understand. So it's a verified platform. It's a verified tool. It helps you for OSINT. We use it for OSINT. It's what we use. So something I use is what I'm giving you. So we use it for checking if our uh, platform, if our email has not been involved in a breach. So that platform is actually verified to carry out that action. Now your email is taken, and let me tell you emphatically, no attack or no hack can use only your email. There is no attack that can use only your email. So they need other information. So even if it is, let's assume that they want to use your email against you, they need other information. But I can guarantee that have I been pwned is totally verified tool to use. Then your first question is there a system that is not vulnerable? You are as, let me use this code to answer you. You are as safe as when you have not been attacked. That's the best thing I can say. You are as safe as when you have not been attacked. You can put gate, put security door, put all of that in your house. That doesn't mean that the day armed robbers come, that they want to enter, they won't be able to enter. What if they use dynamite to break the door? What if So it means that as long as you are yet to be attacked, just keep ensuring that you are safe. That's just it. I have said it earlier and I'm repeating it. No system or nobody is immune to attack, but you can prevent it to the best of your capacity. So that's the essence. That's why we need more professionals in the field. And that's why we are pleading with you. I'm pleading as a professional that come and learn cybersecurity. Register for it. We need more people. I wish I have the opportunity to show you the skill gap that we have. About 250, about 2.5 million jobs are out there that nobody's taking them because people are not learning cybersecurity. Everybody complain that it is too complex. So that is just that about that. I believe I've been able to answer your question. Thank you. All right, over to you, Chin.
Okay, so yeah, thank you very much, Tosi. That's actually the end of this. So the next thing is for those that are interested to start making payments and get themselves registered. Okay, so we'll drop the account details as well on the WhatsApp group, and we'll be expecting your payments. Just like I said, the registration ends on 27th of this month because class starts on 28th of this month. Do you understand? So you can just make your payment. You can make your first payment 300,000 naira to balance 100,000 naira and start the program. So if you have any question concerning the program, concerning payment, you can. If you have anything concerning, especially the area of payments, maybe something, you can always reach out to us on WhatsApp. I believe we are all on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's the end of the program. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. We appreciate you, and we want to see you in the class. Just like our facilitator said, there is a lot of job opportunities out there waiting for people, waiting for you to actually come. You know, when people complain that there is no job market, there is no job, I do laugh because it's not that there is no job. There is no job and there is job. That's just the truth. There is no job, and of course, there is actual jobs. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. We appreciate you, and we want to see you in the class. Thanks very much.